I will start means .NET framework basic and architecture. What is a .NET framework? So mostly you learn something in colleges, so you learn C, C++, or some any another languages. So same kind of things. Microsoft introduced not a language, it's like a framework. I will explain also what's the difference between language and framework. So .NET is not a language, it's a framework. Framework means like a suppose a car, and car needs a kind of some engine or something to run that. So the car will run on because of there is a lot of engines and parts and some utilities. So same kind of things. So we need to run any language or to execute that language. So we need some engine to run this whatever I write some scripts or code. So we need some kind of engine to run and that convert whatever that English language means. English language means like in C++ or C#. C# is a Microsoft language. So we write a English language. English language means there is a conditional based language like a if or for loop, do while loop, and computer doesn't understand that English language. So computer understands only a 0, 1 or something machine level language. So that framework at that engine converts your language, whatever C, C++, each language have some engines and compiler. Like a same C# and VB.NET have a compiler or framework is a .NET framework. So .NET framework executes your language, means English language, C# English language, and convert into machine level means it's into binary format 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, and that's called also just in time compiler. And then computer understand and then execute your code and escapes, all of these things. So that's a .NET framework. And .NET framework means also there is a lot of operating systems like a Windows, Linux, and then iOS, Android, then iOS based, then mainframe operating system. But that's the one disadvantage of .NET frameworks. It understand and is tightly coupled with only Windows operating system. Windows operating system means like Windows 2012, 2019, now latest is 2022. So whatever means I need to develop any application or something, like an application means like a ERP application or your chat messaging application or any inventory application, billing application. So we use in Microsoft C# or VB.NET, or some people using Java, some people using C++. But in this course, we'll learn mostly C# and .NET framework. And there is also each framework and engine, there is some architecture. Because like in car, so there is also architecture. Means there is a piston, there is a gearbox. That's also car's engine architecture. So same in .NET framework, there is some layers and architecture, and we must to understand because it's a very basic concepts. When you start to learning .NET technology, so you must know what is a .NET framework architecture, and that there in that architecture there is a layers, and each layer have some work and some task, and that layer does the particular task. Like a base class libraries, there is a first languages like a C#, VB.NET, F#. That's the languages, and that languages depends on base class libraries. Base class libraries means like if you know C++, so you write include stereo.h. So that's a kind of C++ base class libraries. Same thing in C# and VB.NET, there is some base class library like a system.object. When you'll create any particular project in Visual Studio IDE, then automatically in that project there is some base library included already. And if you remove anything, then your project will not work. It will not compile. It will give the error. You add this particular base class library or something. So that's a base class library. And then base class library internally calls CTS and CLR. What is a CTS and CLR? CTS means a common time system, and a CLR means common language runtime. So what it does, that particular thing. So it takes you declare suppose any variable like a string variable, character variable. You need suppose any numbers, so or any decimal numbers. We create variables like integer. Integer means 1 2 3 4, not a decimal points. And if you want some decimals like a 12.99 or 12.22, so we create a floats and decimal. So I will explain what is a decimal and float in when we'll come to different data types in C#. So I will explain that thing. So that CLR and CTS take care key. This is my data type, and I need to take that key, that particular variable declares and added particular that type of value or not. And CLR is a very important in .NET framework. That's a common language runtime, and that common language runtime executes your whole code which we written in C# or VB.NET, and it actually executes your code into machine level language, and it takes care all your memory management, CPU utilizations, and everything.